Ever had your C code through unexpected results and you just could not figure it out why? It might be a silent killer type conversion. In this video, we are diving deep into implicit versus explicit type conversions. So the definition for type conversion is it's a process of converting one data type to another data type. Okay, one data type to other data type. We have seen different data types into float, to characters, so on. So we are going to convert one data type to other data types. So there are two ways of doing it: implicit versus explicit. So implicit we call it as automatic conversion. Explicit we call it as a manual conversion. We'll see in detail what are these two types of type conversions in C. So here implicit conversion we call it as even automatic conversion or coercion. So in this process, the compiler automatically converts. Okay, what it means? So it takes one data type, let us say integer, and it is going to convert into float automatically during expressions or operations. And this is basically to avoid data loss or ensure compatibility. We'll give you more detail with example now. So coming to the implicit type conversion. So here automatically the lower data type is going to be promoted to, that is converted to higher data type. So based on the predefined hierarchy. That means what? You cannot convert, compiler cannot convert any type to any other type here. Having said, there is a predefined hierarchy. So it is going to only convert a lower data type to higher data types. Lower in terms of what? Lower and higher in terms of what? Their sizes. So let's see here. It's basically number of bytes size in the sense. So hierarchy from lower to higher is, so first int character. So this character data type automatically can be converted into short, and this short can be converted automatically into integer, and this integer automatically can be converted into any of this float or double or long double. Similarly, character can be converted automatically into integer and some other hierarchy, but automatically double to integer cannot be converted here. So okay, there is a possibility of converting, but that is a different. So manual possibility is there. In such cases, even data loss will occur. So that's the reason automatically compiler converts only from lower data type to higher data type. So let's see here one demo example how different data types can be converted here. So in this example, you can see here int, I am mentioning I variable as an integer data type, and it is storing a value called 10, and there is another data type float, and the variable we are naming it as f. So f data type is float, and it is storing some value 5.5. So float means what? There will be some decimal point on that. Okay, there will be some decimal point in the number. So such numbers we call as a floating type data type. Now see here in the next instruction here. So float result equal to, result is a variable of type of float, and this result, it is going to store two things: addition of integer data type I and addition of floating data type. Now if it either takes addition, if for example if it takes only integer right hand side, it will be 5 plus 10 plus 5 should be 15. But what is going to do implicit conversion? Though there is a I integer, that integer first, that is I integer is storing 10 is first converted into float, and then that float will be added to the I float is added to the another float type variable f. So the result as a whole, it is also result is also float type. So let's see here in detail. You can see here. So I'm going to execute this here. So first instruction going to be executed is int I equal to 10. This is the integer data type, and you can see left hand side memory I is storing 10, and then there is a float to 5.5 also stored in the f variable. And next instruction I am computing result I plus f, that is, now we can see f of 10 into 5, 10 plus 5.5, it is 15.5. So if you print the results, you can see bottom in the result section, terminal section. So 15.5 is printed. So implicit conversion sometimes may lead to data loss if a large type is converted into a smaller type. So earlier we have seen smaller type is converted to large type. But if you try to convert larger data types to smaller data type by implicit conversion automatically by compiler, so there is a possibility of data loss. We'll see in this example here. You can see I have declared a variable called f here. So f is of type floating type, and it is storing, let us say, some value 3.14, and there is another variable called int I. So integer I am storing f into I here. This is the meaning of it. I am storing f, which is of data type float, that is higher data type. I am storing into integer I. So this integer I is a lower data type. So in this case, data loss will happen. I am trying to print here high here. So let's see how this works. So first instruction here is to be executed is float f equal to 3.14, and you can see by end of this instruction you will have a memory created on the left hand side window. And then if I go to the next instruction, I am executing I equal to f. So in place of I, instead of 3.14, it is storing only 3. That's a data loss. So that if I try to print this, that storage, it is going to 3 only. Now if I try to print this integer, you can see bottom terminal window, block window. So you have 3, means 3 instead of 3.414, we have 3 printed.